This weekend was the Junk in the Trunk flea market at Brown & Brown Farms here in Central Florida. And it is really one of my favorite thrifting events throughout the month, mostly because of Brown & Brown Farms. And I'll tell you about that in just a minute. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Studio Kimberly, where I curate vintage, fine art, and collectibles. I'm so happy you stopped by today. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave so we can go thrifting together again. Most everything that I share today from the Junk in the Trunk and all my thrifting adventures will be available on my online shop at StudioKimberly.com, and that will be listed in the description box down below. As I mentioned, it was the monthly Junk in the Trunk out at Brown & Brown Farms. And I really want to plug Brown & Brown Farms just for a minute. Hang in here with me because it's such a cool story. Brown & Brown Farms is in Central Florida, and in my mind, it's one of the classic old Florida farms. 1,600 acres, they grow seed. They also have a little farm store on the property where you can buy fruits and vegetables. And in my mind, they are one of the coolest companies in the area because they're such great members of the community. They do so many fun activities out at Brown & Brown. They have the monthly Junk in the Trunk, which is a great flea market event. They do like the pumpkin maze during Halloween. They do the wildfire thing in the spring. There is always something super fun going on at Brown & Brown Farms, including farm-to-table dinners. They just are, in my mind, a real treasure to the Central Florida area. If you live here or if you're going through here at some point, check them out. They're really great fun. So Junk in the Trunk haul today, I went with a girlfriend who was visiting from out of town. I said, you got to come down for this flea market. It was really fun. It was super, super hot that day. I wished I would have worn shorts, but I didn't. And boy, were we sweaty. I've got some fun footage from the Junk in the Trunk. It was a great day. It was packed. There were a ton of people there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the thrifting, and I'll meet you back here for the haul. And right out of the gate, what do we find? Jewelry. I'm here today with my friend Bija. She's visiting, and we're going to spend the entire morning here at the flea market, or the Junk in the Trunk, and see what we can find. Look at this. This is a person who focuses on jewelry. Pretty cool. Outside of the cases is costume jewelry. And inside of the cases is the 925 and the gems. So that's where I'm going to focus today. Is on the 925. Look at this. Wow. That's a Mexican silver necklace and belt for $98. Look at this. But that turquoise is beautiful. And by the way, it is literally 8:45 in the morning, and this place is already open. That's a beautiful cross.
I gotta ask, what is that?
So here's a carnival glass piece. Most of these items are marked. Oh, look at this. That's from Japan, $15. It's like a little condiment tray. It's very pretty. And then back over here, little fountain pen sets.
Paper back come off of it or something.
What's the bottom thing? It looks like he's stuck on something.
Yeah, it does.
And he's all signed. He's signed here, he's signed, is what I'm thinking.
He was holding something, yeah.
That looks almost handmade. $10. Blue Ridge dish. Here is a really cool piece. Bijou and I both just pointed at this at the same time. It's a cat vase. Isn't that gorgeous? It's priced at $120, so definitely over my budget, but it's very, very cool. Oh, this is a very cool tray. Very vintage. These are interesting. Is this a trivet? Oh, it can be a trivet or a wall hanging. That's cool. I'm telling you, this place is so huge and it is so packed already. It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
They're $1.
These are kind of, this is kind of cool.
And all the necklaces are 5.
Okay.
We're on the last row.
This is kind of cool. It's just costume. It's very, very lightweight, but it's a neat little piece. And he's asking $2 for it. They also have furniture items. You can pretty much find anything here. So here's 2 bar height chairs for $30. And then here's 2. This is more of a, looks like a 70s style. 2 of them for $30 as well. But you can see all the vendors out here ready to sell stuff. And here's a flamenco dancer. I think that's flamenco. Here's a little bunny painting. I'm wondering if this is an original. Yeah, this is an original. A little starting artist piece. That's kind of cute. It's pretty doggone heavy. No frame, and I'm not seeing a price on it either. Oh my gosh, look at these. I swear, my parents had these back in the 60s. These would really be pretty if you refinish them because they're cool. They're cool and the shape is timeless and this is real wood. I think those would be a neat project if you did that kind of thing, which I don't. I don't have the skill set at all, but those are very neat. There's a little bunny tray, perfect for Easter. That's vintage, made in Portugal. Oh, this is the Easter side of the display here. All the bunnies. Oh, look at this elephant cookie jar. Isn't that sweet? It's got a little chip right there. Oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? What do they call this, you guys? Is this needlepoint? That is really beautiful. That would make such a pretty pillow if someone had the skills, you know, to cut that out and use it. It's just really a nice job. Tell me what that is, what that type of needlework is, if you know. Oh, baby's plate. That's a little puppy plate, I guess. Or maybe just any dog. Lucy would love that. It's marked at $15. I think that's probably a price that they picked it up for. I'm not sure. And then more guy stuff over here. Military helmet. Tools. It's a little ice cream scoop. $3. Here's a little organizer. I'll tell you what, if you don't own one of these, you need one. I have one of these on the table next to my couch, where I sit on the couch. It is so handy. I don't know what I would do without it. Here's all kinds of books, cookbooks, just miscellaneous items. Look at this. This is Steve Martin from forever ago. And then old VHS tapes. Does anybody still have a VHS player? That's what these are, right? VHS tapes. I can't even remember anymore. This is great for a pillar candle as a display item. It's really pretty. That's brass and glass. And oh, look, I actually have a ginger jar that's same coloring as this. This is a brass plate made in India. That is really a beautiful decor color. It's gold and cream. It's very nice. Might come back and pick that up. I'm just kind of doing the once over now to see what the lay of the land is. And then they have cases around here. Some jewelry and some just collector's items. I'm not sure if all of this is 925 or not. It looks like it's kind of put together with costume pieces. This is a tea light, snowflake shaped tea light. It almost looks like it's silver plated. Doesn't it to you guys? I think that's, whoops. Let me pick that up. It's surviving me. I think that's pretty. Other decorative items here. Here's a wood coaster set, and it's carved around the edges. I think that's a nice way to have coasters. It's a little bit more organic than you can usually find. Oh, look at the little Jelly Belly gum machine. That's pretty cute. Look at this, you guys. It's a carved little boy carrying a pig. Those were the days, huh? It's very light. She says it's from Spain. Oh, look at that. All right, again, is that needlepoint or what is it? Isn't that beautiful? It's on a wood base. Oh, that's really pretty. I love this handwork. Very nice. This swap meet is on the property of Brown and Brown Farms. And if a company has ever been a great part of the community, I would say that this company is. They do so many wonderful things in the community. In addition to opening up their farm or this swap meet on the first Saturday of every month. This is Brown and Brown Farms. And so this is the farm store, and it's in a barn. Isn't this just adorable? I love these people so much just because they're doing such wonderful things that are great for people in the community to come together. They're raising cattle, they're growing vegetables, just doing all the things that I think really make a wonderful community environment. Apparently, they have acres and acres and acres, and I don't know if it's 30 acres or 300 acres. I don't know, but they're always growing and doing something wonderful here. So you can see the open land back there, and then the whole swap meet area over here. Very, very fun. They also have food vendors, so these do sausage and beans and onions. You can even get garden plants here. They actually have several people that come and bring really nursery quality plants, the variety. Look at those purple blooms. Those gorgeous. And then the hibiscus over here. Isn't that pretty? Welcome to Florida. Asia found the gardenia plant. I wish you could smell them through the screen. Just delicious. There's some gigantic chickens. Oh, those look like they're from Mexico. I think they're wood. They're not real heavy. They're pretty cool. Be great on an outdoor kitchen area. Some painted boards in the back. And then look at this large leaf set. These are really become popular. I see them almost every time I go out. And so many of them are in great condition, like hardly been used. This one's very cool. So this is a Libby set, and they're asking $4.50 for the silver leaf for glass. These bowls are so beautiful. I guess that's a candle holder for a taper candle. Fostoria opalescence candle holder heirloom. $45. Look, it's still got the sticker on it. And here's the other one over here, a little more in shadow. Let me see if I can bring it out into the light. Look at the color. Isn't that stunning? So beautiful. Very, very pretty set. And then right next to it is this little glass. Let's see what this says. Oh, it's Murano amber basket for $17. Is this their uranium glass? Yeah. Oh, Vaseline glass.
Same thing.
Is it the same thing? Bija is saying that uranium and Vaseline glass is the same thing. So this glows in the dark. She actually has a black light so she can check it. Pretty handy. I don't even have a black light. It's a nice selection of vintage costumes. So there's Trifari, Coro. I'm not seeing any Monet, but nice things, nice collection in good condition. Copper bowl. Isn't that gorgeous? It's marked at $50. Hammered copper. Really pretty. It says $5 each on this table. More $5 each items. It's a little silhouette painting or piece of art, not a painting. And then this looks like chess pieces in here, different ceramic chess pieces. And then lots of vintage toy items. Look at these mummy heads, aren't those funny? Mummy, and then, is that Frankenstein? I can't remember. It's been a while since my childhood fairy tales. Here's a bowl of carved wood fruit in a pedestal stand for $5. You know, if you wood oiled all of this up, it would look really pretty. Here's a Murano opalescent lotus bowl. Isn't that pretty? $25.
Yeah, more.
Look at this pheasant bowl. Isn't that fun? So they're asking $10. It must be cracked because it says as is. And there's, oh, look at these. These Christmas trees, ceramic Christmas trees, have gotten pretty valuable because they're sort of kitschy and vintage and getting a little bit hard to find. Here's old paperback books and miscellaneous ceramic items. And of course, the coffee mugs. Always the coffee mugs, the travel mugs.
Colors on that little.
Look at how pretty this bowl is.
Including the
In person, it's really beautiful. It's all trimmed in gold metallic. And the colors are just soft and beautiful. It's gorgeous. She's saying $35 on that copper and brass teapot. That's beautiful. Here's a handmade ceramic piece, artist signed. I love finding the handcrafted ceramic pieces. It's always such a joy to have those in your home. So the first thing I picked up, and I just was thrilled with the variety of items, and I was a little bit picky on this particular trip. The first thing I picked up was this gorgeous ceramic bowl. Isn't this? This is so beautiful. This is handmade, and this is an artist by the name of Collins who works professionally as a ceramist, so has a stamp instead of doing a hand mark on the bottom of their pieces. I don't know if Collins is male or female, but this is just a beautiful little bowl. You could use it for, guacamole or hummus or a trinket dish or just a decor item. I thought it was lovely. There was actually a whole set from this particular ceramic artist. This is the piece I got, and I just kind of fell in love. The next thing I picked up were these ceramic spoons. I just thought they were so stinking fun. Aren't those cute? These would be great if you're having a little hors d'oeuvre party or a big family dinner where you got little things that you need a spoon for. Aren't these cute spoons? This is so much more stylish than using the teaspoons, which I always use. So this set has 4 spoons. 2 of them are shorter, cream colored, and a beautiful green. And then 2 larger spoons that are just a little bit longer. You can see them right here. A nice deep rich red and a soft yellow color. I just thought these make a little scooping event, whether you're scooping a sauce or an hors d'oeuvre item or whatever. I just thought this made it so much prettier and decided to pick them up. I thought somebody is going to absolutely love these. And then while we're on the spoon thing, I got these measuring spoons. They're hearts. And they're really, really cute. And I like them like that if I can get them apart. So I got these measuring spoons. They're little hearts. You can see that. But on each one is a cute little saying. And I just thought it was adorable. Let's see if I can read it. So this one is a dash of kindness. The next size is a pinch of bliss. I know, kind of corny, but very cute. A spoonful of devotion. And then the last one, a heap of perfection. Those are so sweet. What would you use these for? Well, you obviously could get them for yourself, and you would be tickled every time you pulled them out of the drawer. It would just make baking and cooking so much more fun. But what a great little housewarming gift or hostess gift if you're going over to someone's house for a dinner and you want to take them a little something, something. This would be such a sweet gift because they would remember it and would make them smile every single time they used them. I did pick up this little tea light snowflake tea light holder. How do you say it? Remember how this looked when I first started? This was really, really dark and dirty and, very, very tarnished when I first picked it up, and it cleaned up really, really beautifully. It is used, it is vintage, it has been around for a while, so it's not perfect, but it's a sweet little tea light holder. This would be great during the winter months, obviously great during the holidays. So cute little tea light holder. I don't think this is sterling plated. I think it's just silver tone, but it looks just terrific. Sweet way to have a bit of a candle in your environment. I picked up these 2 brass vases because they're very cool, and I haven't seen a style or design like this before. I researched them online, and I think they're Turkish. And I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but it kind of has almost a charcoal gray background around the etching of the floral. It really makes it very pretty and very sophisticated, especially if you have a more neutral tone decor theme in your home. These would really be pretty. So I got 2 of them, and they're different in the design. This one has more of a single floral look. This one is more of a floral motif. In other words, there's more leaves and vines on this one. They're both 8 inches. They have the opening here, but I just thought they were really pretty and really different. So I went ahead and picked both of them up. And the last thing I picked up at the Junk in the Trunk is this piece of artwork. This is actually from an Arizona artist. Her name is Joan Waters, and this was created in 2010. So not quite vintage, but, an older piece. It's metal. Isn't that pretty? I just really, really liked it. A nice little piece of art. And on the back are these 2 little feet here. So you could actually set it on a tabletop, or you could use that to hang it on a gallery wall or in an area that you want just a little pop of art. I really liked it. I did look up this artist online, and she's a multimedia artist. In other words, she does glass, she does metal. She's really quite talented, and you can see a lot of her work online. So this is from Joan Waters, an Arizona artist. And again, it can be used as a tray or wall art. I thought it was really clever. That was my haul from Brown & Brown Farms. I have such a good time there. It's monthly, the first Saturday of every month. And oh, by golly, get there early. We showed up about 8:45 and it was already packed. So it's an early event. And plus, if you live in the area and you want to check it out, it's going to be getting hotter. So get there early. You'll get the better stuff and you won't be sweating quite as much. Again, everything that I showed today will be up in my online shop at StudioKimberly.com. Thanks so much for stopping by. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Studio Kimberly, and I look forward to seeing you on the next thrift adventure. Bye now.